Oopsie daisy.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Thank you, Grendel.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
Yeah, he had like all of
What
his
happened?
underlings.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, I feel like I should tell you guys what
We can
happened.
talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well.
That I did
but
well.
That, you know.
I didn't kill him.
I'm just glad you made it back in one
That
piece.
felt underhanded, actually. That felt like a backhanded
About time
compliment.
you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you
What do
waiting
you have
for?
to say for yourself?
You killed Lily!
She was my
Where the
sister.
fuck do you get
what about
off?
Faith?
You think you have the right to
did
just do this to
everything you
people?
said.
You're a fucking crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances,
I feel like
I
a
thought
lot
it
more
best if
people
we
should
do
be
this as soon
involved
as
in this,
possible.
and not just everybody that are
The
in the
Crooked Man
game.
is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not
Mr.
me.
Georgie
It
Porgy.
was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Uh-huh.
Bigby, is that true?
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead
Yeah.
in too, aren't you?
He is...
again? Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
Sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Yeah, I killed him. I can't really lie about that.
He's... what?
He's dead.
So you see, the culprit
I
has
could
been
like
punished.
withheld it,
There's
held
That
it.
doesn't change anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm
I could have
concerned with.
withheld
You
it,
called the
but
shots.
like
Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for. And
but
I
people will
don't.
find out
Won't
after
be
the
allowed to
trial.
speak.
We have to read the rest of the
What
charges.
other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White. Unless you plan to abandon the charter entirely.
Let her finish.
Yeah,
You
I
can
feel
have
like
your say.
she says the crimes,
If you insist.
and then you say your response towards the crime.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby.
Yeah,
Wolf.
you.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
I don't know why I interrupted in that. I was like, yeah.
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
Look,
Everyone just shut up.
let him respond,
Wanted
and then
a
you
chance
can
to talk,
respond.
Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its
I
citizens.
thought he had a
These
chance to
charges,
speak.
if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where
well.
it fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to
Oh,
defend
beauty.
yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice.
Fuck!
If
Who
we're
said
ever going
that?
to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Especially when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you
jeez.
gonna get to your
Yeah,
point or
what
what?
the fuck has this got to do with anything?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered two of
I
his most
mean,
faithful
you
employees.
like to get into other
I had
people's.
nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
You like
bullshit.
to get
truth.
into
Always
other
been a bit
people's
of a
business.
powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful?
You
I
had,
answered
like-
your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, until I was
Yeah,
attacked.
Goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's
true.
never your
To the
fault.
end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand?
They were too busy
wanting
yelling
to
at each
protect
other,
what
to be
you
honest.
Care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up
Really?
an innocent man just to save someone.
I really hope you're going somewhere with this.
I see. You want to cut right to the point.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that. Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that. Hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
You're not serious. I know what you do to people. I've seen it firsthand. What you did to Faith, the way you
I
manipulated
don't know whether Faith
her.
ever met
Do you
him.
really think any of those girls were free? Do you really think Faith
I'm
wanted
sorry,
to?
Lawrence. I'm sorry that your wife came to me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my best judgment to give her a distasteful
Sure, sure.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant.
Yeah, they'd rather blame
Your
you than
government abandoned
themselves.
You, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners. I was there to look out for you,
You were also
Yes, but
wasn't I?
you were also extorting Crane.
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really?
Really?
What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that mattered, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
What did you do for her?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic
Which
to help
I think
all
is fair
Fables
enough.
get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
What's
you were
that got
gonna
to do
burn
with
her
you?
tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Snow?
I know. Snow made a mistake.
I had very good reasons for asking you to do that. She was working with Crane
Yeah, you
and the
had no
Crooked
right
Man.
to burn her
It
tree.
wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me.
You did it because you were
hated
angry.
Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the
I
Crooked
agree.
Man.
I agree. It was more about like
We've made
all
some
the anger that
mistakes.
she had.
I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town.
He always
And
keeps moving
that may
to
not
her
always be
side.
clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
Ugh.
And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish
I was
who's
like, should I
responsible.
manipulate the guilt towards him?
They're right.
Oh, I like
You're
how
all
Beast
still
is the
afraid
first
of
one
him,
to go over to
even
us.
now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
I'm surprised Auntie Greenleaf went over. Oh, that's cool. That's
Very
cool.
good. Very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard.
Yeah, nobody heard.
Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement
Do
would
I?
carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom
Yeah.
Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What history
What
are you
do mean
talking
there's
about?
no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right.
I
This
mean-
man tormented all of you.
I mean,
for
do we have
profit.
any evidence?
Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course.
Where are you going with
Where are
this?
you going with this?
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder. Since you know Bigby works for her.
That doesn't work like that
That's-
way.
He killed a man,
That don't make him a murderer.
doesn't it?
Yeah, they were trying to kill
Fuck's
me.
sake. Killing someone who's
It's-
trying
it's
to kill you is
self-defense.
You were
hardly...
there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me?
They
It
had
was
no
them.
right to take
Who
them.
sent those two freaks
They
anyway?
had no right to take
Bigby
him.
and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it
Now, where
internally.
have I heard that before?
Yeah, he
How
said
about
that.
the way
He
he
said
treated
that.
poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't
Yeah,
be
I'll
serious.
That was different.
Yeah,
That was
I'm
Bluebeard, not
throwing
me.
you under the
He
bus.
was a
babe.
murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that
Yeah,
happened.
she can't get blamed
Right
for that.
before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I
She
must
also
perish
didn't
for
order
is
me to
completely
kill him.
different.
I
If
will
I
not
if
order
I
those two
burn the
girls
if I
dead.
burn the tree on her
It
orders,
simply
I could she
never
could be
happened.
punished for it.
Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know.
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
What's that?
Bluebeard's
Everyone
not
calm
helping.
down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to
To
me.
who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers?
We never did shit, okay?
Treating you as mindless children, too stupid
Like, you're
to
blaming
command
them,
your own
but who knows
destiny.
how long
Without
Crane had
me,
been in your
who
pocket?
will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf?
Fuck you, dude.
Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White?
Is she our evidence?
Excuse me,
I-
dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say
Vivian
something.
Why
Vivian
don't
killed
you take a
herself.
moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing
She
here?
killed herself, so she's not under the spell anymore.
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
Of course. Go right ahead.
Please?
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't know
Just
what
shut
you-
up.
Yeah,
You
did I?
enslaved us for years.
Did I
Let
forget
us hear
to
stories
mention
about what you do. Told us we would lose everything
Vivian
if we
also
stepped just
killed
one
herself?
toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian killed herself back at the Pudding and Pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think
Nerissa. My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be...
You
He
can't.
ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
Aww.
And now I can finally say, you're an asshole. And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
Don't worry. He's gonna pay for it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say
Oh, yeah, you wanted to make a point.
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
it. Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next.
Probably,
so quick
yeah.
to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Yeah,
now,
he thought
for
he
your
could...
sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never
That's kind
hurt
of worse.
again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been
I
enough
don't give a
bloodshed
shit
So we
what
get
happens.
rid of
It's too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
Maybe we vote.
What do you think this is?
Everyone, calm down.
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
Maybe.
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really.
Really? Don't
He
put
should be
this
the
on
judge.
me.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Oh. I don't know.
Yes, Sheriff.
Rip his head
Sheriff
off?
is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this one.
Oh, shit, I did not get a chance to choose anything. I couldn't think.
There you are.
You tried to drag me to the fucking witching well, dude.
Remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still.
End it already.
Ugh. You know what? Fuck you, dude. I'm gonna give you the worst punishment. You're going to live forever.
You said you had a way to keep
You
him
think
from hurting people.
Wait,
you
you
dying?
What he's
serious.
done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
I'm doing it to be spiteful. He's just
Alright.
gonna be locked away forever. I mean, he's probably gonna break out, but you know. Oh, I really wish I'd killed him now. He's gonna live the rest of his life being like, ugh. If he comes back and gets vengeance, all the deaths are he's gonna feel really guilty about it. But in the end, I was being spiteful because he was like, do it. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, dude.
Not what I was expecting.
You're gonna live the rest of your life as a fucking raven.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Let's just call it even.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to.
Oh.
I don't know.
I'll be down.
No, not Colin.
Great.
I hope Colin's not on the farm thing.
This fucking line.
Why are you on the floor?
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Then I'll go give it to him. Can we talk later?
Listen, Snow, can we talk? I wanted to...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this.
Ugh. We need to sort of like deal with
We'll talk
all
later,
the
okay?
emotions that are coming between us.
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
At least nobody looked like unhappy to see me. For once there was no like fear.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
He winked. Oh, Colin, my boy. At least he's not going to the farm. Yet. I feel like eventually Snow's gonna like force the issue. But it looks like she's not had time yet. So that's good. Oof. Oh no! Oh, my boys.
I'm going. Jesus.
Oh, I tried my hardest.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't
Why
give a
didn't
shit.
they get a glamour? He gave you the money for them.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around
At least
here.
Flycatcher got a job.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just wasn't good enough.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance. But Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know,
What's up?
he was up crying all night, poor kid.
It's out of my hands now, Toad. I have no chance.
Give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her, she was nice. So
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one
Aw.
the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that
Aw.
squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
I like
What's it
TJ.
like at the
TJ
farm?
is the best boy in
I've
this
heard
game.
ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
I'm sorry, TJ. But, look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby.
Yeah,
so
there's
you can
probably
swim
a
all you
river,
want.
right?
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Mundy seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're
I feel
all
like
set.
he should have been there at least once. Him
Bye,
being the
Mr.
sheriff,
Wolf.
right?
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
How should I know?
Yeah. Sorry, dude. I've got guilt with Colin.
Saying goodbye?
Oh, look at her. She's in street clothes. I love it. Yeah, looks like you're leaving too.
Hi.
Hi.
Can she still
Still
not
wearing
remove the
Oh.
ribbon?
Yeah, I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Let me help you.
Bigby, I know you're trying to help, but this is just
Okay,
something I need
okay.
to do on my own, okay?
Okay.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together.
That's what started
the minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand.
Oh.
You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence? I had to.
Nerissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect
you made
them.
the biggest mistake. That's guilt you're gonna live with for the rest of your life.
Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the
He
Crooked
probably
Man.
tried to.
But then...
Oh, God.
Sorry. I need to stop touching her.
I don't know
Nothing
what
I can do
happened,
to her that
but
she
that
doesn't,
night
you
at
know,
the club,
it could be worse.
Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you
I
said...
know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man
I
did it.
believe that.
So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I wish you hadn't told me
guess,
though.
It's done as
I
done.
really wish you
I
hadn't
know
told
he
me that.
ordered
Now
their
I know
deaths.
that.
I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid
Because
technicality.
Georgie wouldn't have killed them
Especially after
as long as he still had them under his thumb.
that night after Faith.
And he'd have probably told Vivian,
I
and
tried
Vivian
to
would have
warn
tried
Lily,
to like
but she
keep them
wasn't with her
alive.
scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them,
you could
at
stop
least
them.
save the rest of us.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
Did you do Lily as well?
Pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time.
She's got a
The
point.
Crooked Man was counting on that.
Yeah.
When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade. Like we never existed.
Aww.
I couldn't watch that happen to Faith. Or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
I'm sorry, Nerissa. I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
You
I
believe
don't
that?
know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby.
You think
Both of
so?
You two make a good team. The
I
way
feel-
you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are
Yeah,
just
we're very
different.
different.
Things are always different.
I
Look,
think the two
Bigby,
of us have changed. That car's a bit
After
jerky.
everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would.
Oh,
You
thank you for the
protected your friends,
confidence.
no matter the cost.
For the encouragement.
And you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
I think that's his motto in this game. I hope I've done some good here.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Wait.
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
Trying to
Wait, did I never meet Faith?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little
Did
Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about
He
Faith?
said he wanted to run more tests.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Did I never meet Faith then? Was she already dead by the beginning
I'll
of the
see you
game?
Wolf.
Was she like dressed to look? What was going on there? That was weird. Oh my gosh. What did you do to Georgie? You and 68.6% of players killed him, which I think was the better option because he was dead either way. And it's like, it's better that way, I feel, you know, instead of him dying slowly. Did you give the Crooked Man a trial? Yes, and 89.6% of players agreed with me. We brought him back alive. So how did you punish the Crooked Man? You and 47.4% of players chose to imprison him, which I believe is the worst of the three things, because the other two, probably he'll die. You know, he'll die quickly, but he'll live forever as like a bird trapped in a cage. And that is going to be a horrendous time for him, I hope. So, you know, he got probably the worst outcome, and I'm very happy about that. So, did you accept TJ's gift for Snow? You and 98.5% of players. Pretty much everybody. Jeez, that's just kicking that kid when he's down if you just don't accept that gift. Oh, and that's an important thing, is it? You and 54.8% of players said, I hope I've done some good here. I feel like that's the go-to thing, you know? That's how he started. He wanted to do some good. He made a lot of mistakes. But he hopes that somewhere in between there he did help some people, you know? Even if they'll never let him know. Ooh, okay. Special stats. So you lied to Beast about seeing Beauty outside the apartment. And you promised Beauty that you wouldn't tell Beast that you saw her outside the apartment. I fought Bluebird. I gave Colin a drink when he asked for one. And I helped him avoid the farm. I took the Crooked Man back to the Witching Well and I imprisoned him. And I confiscated Dee's money while he was in custody. Oh, dumb. Deceased, you killed him. Georgie, you smashed up his place. You drank with Gwen after Lily's funeral. You pretended to be woodsman while she was passed out. You made a deal with Jack. You went to Lawrence's place first, so you prevented him from dying. Oh shit, you tried to take her ribbon during your final conversation. That was a bit rude of me. I feel like I shouldn't have done that. Like, tried to help, you know, that was a bit rude of me to do that. You know, I didn't mean to do it in the first conversation, but I shouldn't have done it in the second. You brought her along with you to the Trip Trap, Snow. You showed her Crane's photograph, and you promised to bring the Crooked Man back alive. You chose to wait for Tiny Tim, and you accepted the beetle and promised to give it to Snow. You stood up for Toad when Snow wanted to send him to the farm, and you gave him money. So at least he still has the money, you know? Oh, what a good game. Like I said, I have played a few of the Telltale games. It's been a few years now. I played Tales of the Borderlands, which I think was also good. Like, when I played Borderlands 3, I was very happy to see Reese in it. I was like, yes, it's Reese. And that one moment with his like mustache, and then it did the telltale thing when you like either complained or didn't complain about his mustache, and I did, and then it was like, Reese will remember that, and then he shaved it off. Hilarious. And I think I also did The Walking Dead season 1, which was very good as well. It was, I can't remember that one as much. I just remember the ending, which was devastating. So, you know, there's a couple of more other games that I might be interested in. I know there's this Minecraft one, isn't there? I'm fascinated. And there's what was the other one that I'm thinking of? What is the other one that I'm thinking of? Guardians of the Galaxy. I've been needing to play some Guardians of the Galaxy, so maybe I'll play that one instead of the Marvel one that came out more recently. But yeah, this was great. Like, I really feel like this gets into my flow, my recording flow, because I like putting myself in the characters, and I feel like I was very good at doing that in this game. I feel like I have an image of Bigby in my head, and it's my Bigby. I don't know whether he's like that. Oh, and me? What? Very special thank? I don't know what I was saying, but yeah, like, I've got in my head this picture of Bigby, and I don't know whether it's like anything like he is in the comics, but it's my boy, and I don't know whether there is going to be a season 2. I know they've said that there's going to be one, but there's a lot of troubles and stuff going on over there, so it might not come to be, which would be a disappointment, but I am quite pleased with what happened here. And I believe we've got a few more book fables. Let's see what we've got here. But I wonder what that ending was about. I don't know whether it's true, but what I'm thinking is Faith died before the story, and that part of the beginning with Faith was actually Nerissa. But I don't know if that's the case. It's just the fact that we heard a lot of the same things she said to us. So Winter Wolf is Bigby's mother. She fell in love with the North Wind and bore him 7 wolf cubs, but he quickly grew tired of her and left Winter. Heartbroken and alone, she tried to care for her cubs despite her grief. She was especially fond of Bigby, but as a runt of the litter, he was often teased by his older brothers. After Winter's death, Bigby's siblings went in search for their father, but Bigby stayed behind to protect his mother's corpse from scavengers. Unfortunately, he was too small to defend her. From then on, he vowed to eat something bigger each day until he was large enough to confront his father and finally make him pay for the pain he caused his family. So yeah, that is the story, that he was like the wind, which makes sense why he can like huff and puff. So Bigby's true form is that of a giant 8-foot-tall wolf. In addition to his iconic huff and puff power, he has also inherited other abilities from his father, the North Wind. For example, Bigby is able to hold his breath for an abnormally long amount of time, making it impossible for him to drown. Okay. Mary's loyalty. Oh, I wonder why she did. She began working for the Crooked Man many centuries ago. He promised her freedom to do as she pleased as long as she agreed to act as his personal bodyguard and hitman. Because of the Crooked Man's power and influence, Mary never had to worry about getting caught by the authorities. She enjoys her job immensely and would defend the Crooked Man to the death, mostly because she finds it fun. Okay, so this would have been useful at the beginning of the trial. When a criminal is captured in Fabletown, the traditional procedure is to hold a formal hearing in front of the community or concerned parties. However, exceptions are often made to expedite the process. In reality, there aren't any hard and fast rules for these types of situations, and the extent to which the policies are upheld could depend on who is being charged. Okay, so we could have done whatever. So a new order, Snow White in charge. With Crane out of the picture, Mayor Cole has officially appointed Snow White as the Director of Operations and Deputy Mayor in his absence. Many would say this promotion is a long time coming, since she was instrumental in the establishment of Fabletown and personally ensured that many Fables made it to the New World safely. She's also been doing the work of the Deputy Mayor unofficially for years. Oh, and then Sheriff Bigby. After fleeing the homelands, Bigby Wolf spent many years wandering through Europe. With the Fable colony quickly developing in the New World, Snow White and Feathertop tracked down the wolf and offered him passage to Fabletown. He agreed, and Snow cut him with a lycanthropy-stained knife to give him the power to change into human form at will. Can anybody do that? I guess it's not a lycanthropy-stained knife, so any lycanthrope could do it. Bigby became sheriff of Fabletown under King Cole's administration, but because of his violent past, many Fables didn't trust him, and he was banned from ever setting foot on the farm. To this day, he struggles to redeem himself in the eyes of the community. So he is like officially banned from the farm, which I guess makes sense. But yeah, there we have it. We have a few missing books, but we have done the game, and it was great. And I really do hope that they do a season 2. But if not, I had a wonderful time playing this one. Okay, I was about to stop recording, but then I had a thought. I keep thinking that Nerissa was Faith, but what if Faith is Nerissa? Like, it kind of makes sense as well. It could work both ways, but I was thinking, like, Faith is like the donkey skin girl, and she's all about, like, hiding in plain sight. Like, you know, she'd wear her coat and nobody would be able to see her. So I'm thinking, like, what if Nerissa is, like, you know, the one that's dead, and Faith's the one that's, like, glamoured to look like her? I don't know. Sorry, I'm pondering the game now. I'm like, ooh, and then I had to just pop that in and say, what if, you know? But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me play. I'm gonna stop rambling about the game now, so I hope you catch me in another series. Bye!